Follow these quick and easy steps to enable financial dimensions for Excel templates and OData scenarios in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. Using OData to import and work with data is often faster than by entering records in the Dynamics 365 application. Before we begin, let's confirm that we don't have financial dimensions enabled through OData yet. The best way to check is by confirming if the fields are available in Excel. You can do this with the following steps. Open your Excel template from Dynamics by clicking the Design button for dimension-enabled template, such as General Journal or Budget Register. In the Data connector, edit the template for lines, journal lines, or Budget Register entry lines. As you can see here, I don't have a field for account.department, which is a dimension I use in my company, Contoso. Now that we know dimensions aren't enabled, we'll proceed to add on our necessary dimensions. We will create a new model. You may already have one, or you may need to create one if you don't have one with the correct dependencies. The dependencies that we need are application platform, directory, dimensions, and source documentation. With our model built, we will click on Add-ins, Add Financial Dimensions for OData. In this screen, you will need to enter the values exactly as they are defined in the Financial Dimensions for Integrating Applications screen under the General Ledger module in Dynamics. You also need to select your model for use in your customization. In my case, I am adding dimensions for Business Unit, Department, and Cost Center. The wizard will generate a project in Visual Studio that we need to build and then synchronize to the database. Once synchronized, we can test the results. If we open our journal entry in Excel again and check the available fields, we'll now see available fields for account.businessunit, account.department, and account.costcenter, in addition to a few other fields for the corresponding offset dimensions. In this example, I didn't have dimensions added for the journal voucher, so I've gone ahead and added them back in. We will refresh. If we click within a table row for the new fields, we can now enter a value or read back the value from anything added in the client. So now we can move on and enable lookups. So we have the fields available for us to enter data, but there are no lookups for us to figure out what the dimension values are or what they represent. In the same project, right-click to open Dimension Combination Entity in the right-hand pane. Create a relationship for each dimension following the steps below. For the new relationships, set the following properties. Validate no, cardinality 0 more, name, enter the name of a financial dimension, such as department, business unit, or cost center. Related data entity, select the name for the financial dimension needed. For mine, I use the department entity. Related data entity cardinality 01. And then enter a unique name for the entity role, such as dimension department lookup. Relationship type, association, and role, enter another unique name, such as dimension department. We'll add another relationship for the other half. We'll enter in the field In the field, we'll enter in the dimension name, and we'll also need the related field equal to value, which I don't have on the screen here. and then repeat for the other dimensions. I built but I hit a few errors. The first error was because I didn't have the source document dependency linked. And then the second one is because I forgot the dot value at the end of the second part of the relationship. So now I've built and it came back as successful. And now I can go ahead and synchronize. Now that this is synchronized, we can go ahead and see that the dimension combination entity went ahead and took our customization and it added the additional columns into that table. So that's another way you can check that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Excel template. With the fields added, we'll go ahead and click into a cell, and now we see that we have a lookup available for all of our values. We'll set this from business unit 1 to business 2, publish the results, and then if we open our client and refresh, we'll see that business unit 2 has pushed back into the client correctly there. All right, thank you for joining me today. In some cases, you may have to make changes in the setup for financial dimension configuration for integrating applications. This change was not necessary for the Excel templates for general journals or budget register entities for my basic scenario here. So thank you for joining me. Go ahead and make these changes for yourself and have a great rest of your day. Thank you.